Welcome seekers of the truth to the Magical Services channel. So this is going to be a most supreme horoscope for the general collective with accents on love and career for the day that is April 9th, 2026. With that said, collective, let's get into your horoscope. So collective, what's happening right now is not random and it's not subtle. Between April 9th and 10th, the sky is forming a tight sequence of movements that creates a very specific kind of pressure, closure, clarity, and immediate forward motion. This is not a slow transition. This is a threshold moment. Let's walk through it properly. First, there's a major shift happening through the movement of Mars. Mars is moving through the final degree of Pisces, literally the last possible point of the sign, and then crossing into Aries. This matters because Pisces is where things dissolve, where cycles end, where energy becomes internal, reflective, even uncertain at times. But Aries is the exact opposite. It initiates, it acts, it moves without hesitation. So, what you're experiencing collectively is this: something that has been building internally, something you've been thinking about, feeling, or even avoiding is reaching completion. And the moment it completes, the energy doesn't pause, it immediately converts into action. That's why things may feel accelerated. That's why hesitation feels uncomfortable right now. The sky is literally removing the space between ending and beginning. Now, at the same time, Mercury is moving through Pisces, very close to where Mars just completed its cycle. This adds another layer. Mercury in Pisces is not about rigid logic, it's about perception, intuition, and realization. But in this phase, it's not confusion, it's clarity emerging from what was previously unclear. So, in both love and career, something becomes undeniable. You see something clearly, a pattern, a behavior, a truth you were not fully acknowledging before. And once you see it, you cannot go back and unsee it or go back to not seeing it. Now, let's bring in Venus in Taurus because this is where things become very real. Venus in Taurus is not interested in illusion. It's about stability, value, consistency, and what actually holds weight over time. So while Mars is pushing action and Mercury is bringing realization, Venus is asking a very simple but very serious question: is this worth it? In love, this becomes extremely direct. You are no longer evaluating relationships based on potential or emotion alone. You are evaluating them based on consistency, effort, and real value. If something feels unstable, unreliable, or misaligned with your standards, this energy will not let you ignore it. At the same time, if something is solid, if it's real, it can deepen very quickly because the conditions are right for building something stable. There's no middle ground here. Now, let's shift into career and financial layer because this is where the intensity increases. There's a strong influence from Uranus at the final degree of Taurus, the 29th degree. This is critical. When a planet reaches the final degree of a sign, it's at a point of maximum pressure and culmination. Uranus represents disruption, innovation, and sudden change. So, in practical terms, something in your approach to money, work, or long term stability is reaching a breaking point, not in a destructive way, but in a way that forces evolution. Old methods are no longer reliable. What used to work may feel like it's losing effectiveness. And something new is trying to emerge, but it requires you to think differently and act differently. This is not optional, this is adaptation. At the same time, Jupiter is active in Cancer, which expands through connection, interaction, and emotional intelligence. So opportunities are not isolated. They're coming through conversations, people, clients, partnerships. But here's the important part: expansion without discernment can lead to overextension. So while growth is available, it requires selectivity. Not every opportunity is aligned, not every connection is equal. You need to recognize which ones actually support your direction. Now, let's talk about the emotional environment because this is what determines how effectively you use all of this. The moon is moving through Capricorn during this period, and this creates a very specific tone. Capricorn energy is controlled, strategic, and grounded in reality. So, even though there's a lot happening emotionally, you are being supported in staying focused and disciplined. This is not an emotional spiral, this is an emotional containment and direction. You have the ability right now to make decisions based on long term outcomes, not temporary feelings. Now, when you put all this together, the picture becomes clear. This is a moment where you see the truth clearly with Mercury in Pisces. You are forced to end what is no longer aligned with Mars leaving Pisces. You are pushed to act immediately afterward with Mars entering Aries. You are evaluating everything based on real value with Venus in Taurus. You are being pushed to evolve your financial and career strategy with Uranus at 29 degrees Taurus. You are offered growth through connections with Jupiter in Cancer, and you are emotionally equipped to handle it with discipline with the moon in Capricorn. This is not chaotic, this is precise. So, what does this mean for you practically? In love, be honest about what is stable and what is not. Stop investing in inconsistency. Choose alignment over attachment. In career, recognize what's outdated. Be willing to pivot. Take action when the opportunity appears. And most importantly, when the moment comes to move, move. Because this is not an energy that waits. This is a transition point, and how you respond to it determines what comes next, not in theory, in reality. So that's what I had for you today, collective. I hope you enjoyed it. I surely made it for you to enjoy. And if you did, please like this video or comment this video or share this video or subscribe to our channel so you get first dibs on future uploads. And of course, that would help me very much grow this channel of ours. And check out also the sign-specific readings that I did about the week. That could be quite enlightening for you and in your sign. And also make sure to check out all your placements if you're going to do that, because it's all your placements put together that make up the whole of you, so they're all absolutely relevant. So check them all out. And if you don't know your placements, then check out the offer in the description box, and that should be very helpful. And furthermore, know that this is a magical channel. This is not just another tarot channel or another astrology channel or another divination channel. This is a magical channel built for magic. And so know that magic is done on this channel. And as for the services that I offer, know that I offer all kinds of charts in astrology, personal charts for all kinds of things in astrology. For instance, natal charts can be done to see why you are the way you are. Synastry charts could be done to see the energy between you and someone else, to see how you impact one another, if you're compatible or not, and or just how to be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that relationship as to make it endure. Composite readings could be done to see the actual energy created between you and someone else as if you're an entity of its own. Once again, so you can be more strategic and tactical in your approach to that relationship as to make it endure. And also, suppose you had a very relevant event, a very special date, or a very important appointment that you're setting or someone set for you, or a very relevant event in past, present, and future, and you wanted to know how the astral bodies would align for you personally in regards to that event. Know that a chart can be done for that, so that you can once again be more tactical and strategic in your approach to that event as to get the most out of it. And having been initiated into magic since the age of 10 in West Africa, I do have more than 3 decades of magical practice behind me. So I have various spells in regards to various aspects of life, if not all aspects of life. Yeah, literally, like I've pretty much seen it all and heard of it all. So just ask if you have a magical need, and we'll see if we can make it happen. And most likely we can with the right materials. And should you request a magical magical work to be done for you, his divination will be done priorhand, and I do divination with geomancy and or tarot. That's so that we can be more precise in our magical mission as to be that much more successful and precise and accurate. Yeah, so if any of those services sound like things that could be useful to you in your life, please do contact me. My email is in the About section below, or you can befriend me on my Facebook channel, which has the same exact name as this one, Magical Services. And then we can share direct messages if that is more your style. Now, with all that said, collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. And until the next time, blessings.